All right, Britt, name that movie.
I'm gonna say that's Psycho.
Right on the money. And what scene was that?
The shower scene where Janet Leigh is killed by Norman Bates.
There you go, right on. So, Britt, score one for you. So, let's see what we can get to next. Again, like I said, these are easy ones, but we pretty much know them. But it's for fun too, right? So, here's another one. This is a quick one, but a lot of people know this one, and I'm sure you will too. So, here's the next one. Take a listen to this one.
Here's Johnny.
All right, Britt, name that movie.
The Shining.
Very good, right on. So obviously we know that scene in The Shining when he's breaking down the door, going after his wife, and she's scared out of her mind. She's got a knife in her hands, and finally he breaks through the door and sticks his head through with the most piercing, evil eyes you've ever seen, messed up long hair, and saying, "Here's Johnny." So
Creepy.
a very cool and very freaky, creepy movie. I mean, this movie really messes with your mind, and it's very, very good. I mean, there's a lot of good things we can say about The Shining. Next up, let's see. You got one, maybe two more for you, Britt. Let me just have a look here and see which one I want to put up next. Let's go with let's see. This one. This is one of my personal favorites as well. So. Do you have an idea of what it is?
Hi, Georgie.
Hi.
I'm gonna say hello. Oh, come on, Potato. Don't you want a balloon? Very wise of you, Dad. Very wise indeed. I wish I had been wise the dancing cloud. You are Georgie. So now we know each other. She's right. Go. Now, sit. Hey, Gabby. Go on, Potato. Maybe it is. Oh, you wanted to go to Georgie.
Don't you, Georgie?
What you do? And the prize, all sorts of surprises out here. And balloons, all colors.
Oh, yes.
Let's go.
Out.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
out.
Way down
Yeah.
here.
Two. That was a bit of a long one, but Britt, name that movie.
I believe that is Stephen King's It.
Right on the money. Don't you want a balloon, Georgie? One of my favorite movies, and so many people, because of this movie, don't like clowns. And actually, I can't remember where I saw it, but I think it said 20% of Americans are afraid of clowns.
I can believe it.
So there's that one. And we will get to one more, and it is going to be from it, because it's my favorite movie, and this is will be classic scene. I'm going to cue it up here in just one moment, but I think I told a story last Halloween, but since we got a whole bunch of new listeners, I'm going to tell a story again. About 5 or 6 years ago, I was living in Michigan, and I was at my buddy's house, and my buddy is scared to death of clowns. Just absolutely hates them, freaks him out. So one day we're at his house, and we're sitting around, we're shooting the breeze, and then a little bit of time goes by, and I went up to grab a coffee or something and come back, and he's in the chair and he's starting to nod off, and I'm thinking, you know what, I could have some fun with this. So what I did is I went up to him, And then I shook him, and he kind of, the kind of half look where the person's kind of half awake, so their eyes are barely open. And so I shook him, he kind of looks up, and he's like, "Down here we all float." And he screamed, and he chased me probably about 2 blocks.
Really?
And it was hard, it was because I was laughing so hard, I was slowing down, right? But fortunately for me, he wasn't in the greatest shape, so I had a little bit of an advantage. But
Nice.
oh yeah, he went white and he screamed. Then he's like, then of course all the profanity started coming out, right? But it was so funny, and like it was one of those things. I wish I could have gotten video of it because it was funny. Like it just one of those things. It was so. I was just like, you know what? Probably won't have this opportunity again, so I'm gonna do it right now.
Nice. Love when opportunities present themselves.
And I've mentioned it before to him again when we talked. He goes, "Yeah, I still hate you for that one." And of course, I started laughing right away because I still remember it. Because still, like, can picture the whole thing going down, and there's just the pretty much a look of terror in his eyes. Because it cued to the movie, and obviously we just heard, "Oh, they all float down here, and you'll float too," sort of thing, So yeah, there's that stigma attached to it. It's the same thing with like stuff from like Freddy Krueger and all those other movies, like or The Exorcist. The theme song. Everybody knows that song instantly, like the first note.
Yeah.
So it's that sort of thing. And people develop a stigma with certain things like that, and or just what's the word I'm looking for? Comparisons, where you always relate something to something because this happened when this song was playing, or at this point in your life you remember it a lot because you were really into this music at the time, or by looking at a picture, even though you say like something like I can remember that, but a lot of times like when I find if I look at some pictures, I'll remember like everything that happened that day, or kind of within those few days. So, and it's nice to have those once in a while. And obviously, something can be bad like that one, but it was pretty funny. So we're gonna get to another one here, and this is a classic scene. So all the kids got to see a movie, and Richie loves his horror movies, and he goes back and he's attacked by a werewolf at first, but then someone else shows up. So listen to this. So, one of my favorite scenes. So, that's obviously the beep Richie. We've got a few more to get into. I'll make sure we get to them. Next up is a takeoff on the movie just heard Here's Johnny from, except this is the Simpsons version. This is their takeoff on The Shining, except the saying is actually funny, obviously, because it's meant to be. So, listen to this one.
Homer? What each time will be a window into his madness. Feeling fine. Wow, that's a relief.
So now she's looking around the wall and it says, "No TV, no beer, make Homer something."
This is less encouraging.
What do you think, Marge? All I need is a title. I was thinking along the lines of no TV and no beer make Homer something.
Oh, crazy.
Don't mind if I do.
Stay away from me, Homer.
Give me the bat, Marge. Give me the bat.
And just so everybody knows, if you haven't seen the scene, the bat's in a glass case, like a freshing show would be. And it says, "Breaking case, husband goes insane."
You stay here till you're no longer insane. Chili will be good tonight.
So she just threw him in the freezer. And now he's eating, of course.
It's Mo. Look, some of the ghouls and I are a little concerned the project isn't moving forward.
They're murder now. Eating.
So, the classic scene from their version of The Shining. And that was Mo, and pretty much all the ghouls and goblins go pull him out. So like Dracula, they all go pull him out of the freezer because he's eating. So, got two more here. This one is actually perfect because pretty much he describes everything. And this is a scene from The Big Bang Theory. And it's awesome because Sheldon is literally describing the entire scene. So I barely have to say a thing to cue this up for you. So listen to this clip. This is pretty funny.
The spin on the antiproton. And gamma becomes alpha. Multiplied by a matrix of negative I, comma, 0. And there we have it. Conclusive proof that I am absolutely worthless after 9 o'clock. All right. I see what's going on. The little pre-Halloween hijinkery. A ghostly moan, a rattling of chains, the witch's cackle, trifecta of haunted house cliches. Instead of eek, I say yawn. Oh, the walls are dripping blood, which looks nothing like a phenolphthalein indicator exposed to a sodium carbonate solution. See you in hell, Sheldon. The most frightening thing about that is the missing comma. Okay. All right. That one was clever. Skeleton with phosphorus on a zip line. Come on out, merry pranksters. Take a bow. You should have seen your face. Yes, there's nothing quite like the slightly widened eyes of mildly startled.
So they follow Sheldon into his office.
Got you, please. Fright depends on an element of surprise.
And what he doesn't know
the
is,
simple fact is, because I am much smarter than you and able to anticipate your actions, it is highly unlikely that you two rubes could ever surprise me.
He's probably right. We can't beat him. He's just too smart.
Gentlemen.
Who had money on Shanks? I had B as Ben's. Hang on. Looks like everyone's a winner.
So what had happened is they followed into his office and Leonard was standing behind him, so Sheldon didn't see him. He like had a freaky mask on, so of course Sheldon turns around and screams like a little girl. So it's really funny. So, but like I said, it's nice because Sheldon pretty much explains the whole scene for you.
Yeah.
So that's all I have for clips this year. But I found some pretty good ones and like a bunch more we had last year. Cause I only had a few last year, and but the No TV, No Beer Make Homer Something is just a classic. So I can't go one Halloween without playing at least that. There's a few classics. The same thing with The Shining, that sort of thing. The Here's Johnny and It. So those are always going to be classics. You just got to find more stuff as the years go along and see what other shows may pop up with some funny Halloween stuff that we haven't seen before. So we've got a minute and a half left. So Britt, let's get into your blogs real quick here.
Okay, I just have one thing, which is 4 frightastic movies that are currently streaming on Netflix, and I'll go ahead and tell you what those are. House at the End of the Street, You're Next, All the Boys Love Mandy Lane, and, oh man, I'm blanking. Well, you'll see the 4th one when you check out that amazing vlog.
So I hope everybody's enjoyed the Halloween special, because it was a lot of fun with those clips, and even though they were classics, guessing the movies, and just it's been a lot of fun. Halloween's always a fun time to have the stores thing, and especially putting that new the temporary opening up the Halloween opening that was really cool, because how I was able to get my voice to drop down with